So today we're covering how to make gold from level 10 to level 20 in Classic WoW Hardcore. This is a daily video series I am doing for the launch week of Hardcore Classic WoW, where I cover how to make gold in different level brackets to help you guys min-max your gold making while leveling up. Now once again, I also want to say that I will be streaming my entire hardcore journey live on Twitch, and I am most likely live right now when you're watching this video, so come by after the video and say hello. The link is down below in the video description, or go to twitch.tv/solheimyt. Now yesterday we covered level 1 to level 10, which is probably the most boring level bracket to cover for gold making, and today we have a lot more stuff to go through, so let's get into it. First, let's cover different locations that you can grind for mobs while also farming for gold at the same time, because let's face it, from level 10 to level 20 you can actually level up effectively, like very effectively, while grinding mobs at the same time, pretty much leveling just as fast as you would by questing, by not needing to compete for quest mobs or quest objectives. You can also farm for specific items required for quests and sell those items to people doing the quest for those items, which we will also get into. So here we go, let's cover farms on an item by item basis. First up you have wool cloth. This will be wanted by people skilling up first aid, plus eventually you can even hand in different types of cloth for experience and reputation, which all starts with wool cloth. Wool cloth can be farmed by pretty much all humanoids above level 16, but the mobs in this level bracket that drop wool cloth will also drop linen cloth, so it's really the roll of the dice if you get linen or wool. Both will be useful and will definitely sell, but wool will get you more gold than linen, based on higher demand for wool. Alternatively, if you have tailoring, you can also turn the wool cloth into 8 slot bags and once again sell them slightly under the vendor value or the vendor price for 8 slot bags. I will also include my favorite 5 wool cloth farms for level 10 to level 20 on the screen right now to give you a couple of examples for where to farm for both factions. You also have light feathers, which we covered briefly in yesterday's video, and these will be even more profitable this time around as you can combine them with farming wool cloth and small eggs at the same time. Light feathers will not sell for the highest amount of gold, but there will definitely be a constant demand for them, and it will give you a steady gold income over time. Now back in Classic WoW and Season of Mastery, I made 10 gold per hour while leveling from level 10 to level 20, simply by farming light feathers, so there's at least some gold to be made here. Now personally there's only really 2 locations worth highlighting for light feathers in this level bracket, one for each faction. You have this one for example in Darkshore, and you have this one in the Barrens. So let's cover some quest materials you can farm for and sell to people that are doing their quests. First off you have tough condor meat. This is related to a quest in Redridge Mountains on the Alliance side where people need to acquire 5 of 3 different types of meat, including these tough condor meat. This means that everyone doing this quest will want 5 tough condor meat, and these are the most annoying ones to farm, which means as long as you sell them cheap enough, some people might buy them from you just to get their quest complete. Now this could also allow you to stand in one place, farm mobs, get experience, and most of all, get gold at the same time. Personally, I like farming them in the circle outlined right here, as they seem to have a dynamic hyperspawn effect, making them spawn slightly faster, or they share some respawns with the Black Drakes. Next you have the Gore Tusks in Westfall. These are very useful to farm because a lot of Alliance players will be questing in Westfall at some point, which means there will be a big demand for items related to quests in that zone. Now these Gore Tusks in particular, they are very interesting because they drop 2 different items that are used in Westfall quests. They drop their Gore Tusk snouts and Gore Tusk livers. Now players need 3 Gore Tusk snouts for their Westfall stew quests, and they need 8 Gore Tusk livers for their Gore Tusk liver pie quests. The most profitable item here will probably be in the Gore Tusk livers, as they have the lowest drop rates and you need more of them. These materials are also good to farm for because not only are they used in the quest, but the rewards from those quests are cooking recipes, meaning these materials will also be used in further skilling up cooking, creating an endless demand outside of just completing the quest. Keeping in line with materials required for cooking, you also have crawler meat and clam meat, both looted from, for example, crabs. These are used to skill up cooking, usually past 95 skill, and upwards towards 150 skill. Sadly, Horde characters don't have the easiest access to this material. You pretty much have to kill crabs outside or inside BFD for it, but if you're playing Alliance, you got a couple of very good locations to farm for them right here in Darkshore and Westfall respectively. Now, for the most part, these crabs are also not part of any quest, except for the Darkshore ones, but even then there should be plenty of crabs available. At the left circle in Westfall, there's even a hyper spawn effect on the crabs, making them spawn and respawn very fast, making it a good farm both for experience and for gold. Another decent gold farm will be hunting dust devils in Westfall for those magic dusts, an item that you can use to sleep a mob to basically make it CC'd. This is an incredible item for survival for hardcore, so if you can, for example, combine this one with some of the other farms we talked about for Westfall, you can make a pretty good amount of gold this early. This item is actually incredible and incredibly useful for hardcore, as you can use it for survival or to incapacitate mobs to loot an object. This is also the level bracket where you can start using your professions and make pretty decent gold with professions. So if you for example have herbalism and mining, you can start finding some pretty solid materials running through Westfall or the Barrens and looking for mining veins or herbalism spawns. If you have crafting professions, you can also use leatherworking to craft gear and sell to rogues and hunters, leveling up, and if you have tailoring, you can once again craft bags and sell them. 8-slot bags are in pretty decent demand at this level bracket, since the bag space is important to literally everyone, and blacksmiths can make weapons, and weapon upgrades are huge, so you can make some solid gold right here as well. Alchemists can take advantage of making health potions and sell those. People definitely want to keep at least one stack of health potions on hand at all times in order to increase their survivability. So being an alchemist and posting a macro in general chat once every 30 minutes could help you generate some very easy sales, especially since you are in that zone and posting in general chat, so you can even advertise that you will come to them. That way they don't need to go to the auction house either, plus you can charge a premium rate. Do not underestimate the demand for healing potions on demand. Once again, these are hardcore servers with one life, so people will value their one life incredibly highly and will definitely want to have a couple of healing potions in their bags. Now once again, I will say the same thing here as I did in yesterday's video. From level 1 to level 20, I personally focus on just leveling as fast as possible, as most of the profits really come from being higher level. But getting to that big profit at higher level also requires you to level pretty fast and to get to those high levels as quickly as possible. If you are not planning on speed leveling, getting some early gold in early levels and spending those golds on investments could benefit you greatly, which is why I'm doing this video series, as I personally think farming some gold in these level brackets can be incredibly beneficial for some people, especially those of you who will take a little bit slower than the typical speed leveler or streamer out there. And if you are looking for which items to put the gold you're getting into, aka investments, please consider checking out my classic hardcore gold making guide through the link in the video description. It is a 134 pages long document covering everything I know about gold making in classic WoW, specifically aimed at the hardcore servers, where I also talk about investments and flips that I personally used in classic WoW and also Season of Mastery to make tens of thousands of gold profit very easily. Plus, when you buy that guide, you also get access to a private gold making community for classic WoW. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and let me know in the comments down below what level you currently are on the hardcore servers if you are playing. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.